Hey guys, Nathan James Williamson here, and in today's episode of Aesthetic Biomechanics, we're going to be showing you guys how to perform a cable fly utilizing the TFM leverage technique. Now the first thing you guys are going to need is simply a cable apparatus which has an adjustable lever. Now the first thing you guys are going to do is adjust the cable height to around about the same height as your hips. We're gonna grab the right hand side of the cable with your right hand and the left hand side of the cable with your left hand. Walk to the middle of the cable so there's even tension on both sides and simply take one step forward so there's always resistance on your chest. Back in this position, there is no resistance. This position there is. This is the starting point. With your hands, making sure that your pinkies are slightly facing upwards towards the roof. This is where the leverage technique comes in. What I want you guys to do is at the start of the stretch, you're leaning forward. The reason we lean forward is to maximize the stretch. When we contract, as soon as these cables start moving, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start leaning backwards. Now what I'm doing right here is in going up on a diagonal line with my elbows tucked in by my side. Now the reason we do that is because a lot of the time in most chest movements, including this one, the anterior portion of the shoulder works a lot. So if we put our elbows under, it takes out the anterior portion of the shoulder. Four-second eccentric, 1 second contraction, 1 second hold, and again 4-second eccentric. The whole idea of the TFM leverage technique is to make sure that when we start contracting, our shoulders start rolling back so that the pressure of the weight does not enter the shoulders and it stays in our chest. All right, so got the big boss, Joe here from TMJ.
What's up, man?
What's up, bro? Now, as Joe's a little taller than me, the cable height needs to be adjusted. So we're gonna put this one click higher on both sides. Now what Joe's gonna do in this exercise is he's gonna walk forward a little bit so that again, there's tension on his chest at all times, full stretch, full contraction. Now what Joe's doing here, using the leverage technique, what he's doing, he's leaning forward to create a stretch. As he contracts, he's gonna lean backwards. Now by doing that, in Joe's mind, what Joe's trying to do here, maximizing the stretch of his chest by leaning forward, bang, pinkies come under. See how Joe's pinkies that way slightly, maximizing contraction on this part of his shoulder here. Joe's putting his elbows under. Now applying your elbows under in the exercise is gonna take out the anterior portion of your shoulder. A lot of the time when people have their elbows out, when they initiate from this portion right here in the exercise, their shoulders work. So what Joe's doing is he's putting his elbows under to take out the anterior delt and maximize contraction in his chest. As you can see, Joe's using what we like to call the scooping technique. Elbows go out to create a stretch, elbows scoop under to contract. Working right up in here. Remember, stretch insertion, contract origin. Now, a big problem when it comes to chest development is initiation. So what I want you guys to do from the start of every single movement when it comes to chest, not just this one, but all exercises, is initiate the contraction of your chest with your mind prior to moving the weight. Making sure that if you guys have overdeveloped anterior delts, whether you're doing a press, a cable fly, whatever it may be, apply your elbows under your body just like that a little bit, and by doing that, that's gonna take out the anterior portion of your shoulder. When you're stretching in this exercise, make sure that from this point right here, your elbows start going under. If your elbows don't start going under and you just contract like this, yes, granted, you're gonna get chest contraction, but a lot of the time you're gonna get shoulder contraction as well. Now, when it comes to chest training, I want you guys to start with this exercise with every single workout. I want you guys to do 5 working sets. I want you to do 15 reps per set. The reason why I want you guys to start with this exercise every single time you hit chest is purely because of overdevelopment of anterior delts and underdevelopment of incline part of chest. Again, if we can increase blood flow to this region of our chest right here with an exercise like this, when we go and do the big compound movements like bench pressing or dumbbell pressing, whatever it may be, your chest is going to be full of blood, which means your shoulders or your anterior delts are less inclined to work. All right guys, that's how you perform a cable fly utilizing the TFM leverage technique. I want you guys to have a try of this next time you guys crunch chest, and leave a comment in the box below on how the workout went.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the Massive Joe's YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.